Hello all. In this video I will show you how to resolve issue related with laptops which have hybrid graphics card. So some laptops contain internal graphic processor or IGP as well as another dedicated graphics card from Nvidia. So these kind of laptop will face some issues with bleeding edge OS like Manjaro. And recently I faced an issue where where the HDMI port and the HDMI monitor is actually external monitor is actually dictated by the operating system, but I cannot view or watch anything on that monitor because it will show no signal on that external monitor. So I will show in this video how I resolved that issue. So the internet contain a lot of questions related to this topic, but if you follow them you will be like totally confused. So I came to a solution with this Optimus Manager. Before that, you need to make sure your laptop is capable of running and proprietary driver for Nvidia. So what I did is I go to this Manjaro settings and I installed the proprietary driver. You can press auto install this proprietary driver. Right now you can see here I am using Video Hybrid AMD Nvidia Frame. So this works like this. There will be Intel IGP or integrated graphics processor and AMD IGP integrated graphics processor, and the combination will be like AMD Nvidia, Intel Nvidia. So in my case this is AMD Nvidia. AMD is the IGP of my laptop and Nvidia is the proper dedicated graphics for gaming and all. So I install this proprietary driver by pressing auto install proprietary driver, and then what I did is I followed this GitHub repo which is actually Optimus Manager. This Optimus Manager solved all the issue. I will show you how to do that. So let's take a look into that. Before installing the Optimus Manager, you need to go through all these instructions they given on the GitHub page. So right now this is not important for me because I'm a KDE fan and I won't use this GNOME desktop environment. So related with the Manjaro KDE users, first of all you need to change some file. So this is this file. This is very important. This is to be done before installing this Optimus Manager. So what you need to do is you go to a terminal. You should have proper sudo privileges, but right now I am not doing that. So here you can see on the line 36 and 37 I commented out two lines, display command and display stop command as per this instruction given on this GitHub page. This is very important. And then you need to install two packages. So I will show you what all are those packages, because one thing is you need Optimus Manager and another one is you need Optimus Manager Qt. So I will show you how to install that. So you can use this particular command to install Optimus Qt. Optimus Qt is actually a front end for Optimus Manager. Optimus Manager is a command line tool, I think. Then another tool you need to install is this particular tool, Optimus Manager. So these two are two different commands. So this is the two commands you need to run to install Optimus Manager and Optimus Qt. This is actually Optimus Manager and Optimus Qt, which is actually the system triangle or front end for Optimus Manager. So you need to install both of these. Once you install both of these, you can actually follow the next instruction given here. Here actually we need to delete some files. So if you created some custom XOR config, which can happen when you follow the instructions on the web directly. So if you don't do any custom configuration on this particular files they are mentioning, you don't need to follow this path, this step. But this second step is very important, and the third step will be automatically done by the program we are installing, that is Optimus Manager. Second step, we need to do it manually. We need to delete some file, the Nvidia config file in this particular folder. So let us open that folder here. ls here in this folder, let us check. In this folder you will find some files related with this Nvidia xconfig. You need to delete all those things related to the Nvidia xconfig. So that's one thing you need to do even before actually restarting the system. So once you install the two packages I mentioned, one is Optimus Manager, another one is Optimus Manager Qt. You need to restart the system. Before restarting, you need to do all this thing. So just carefully read all this information given in the GitHub repo. This is very important, but I am only mentioning main points. One is like even before doing anything, for KDE users, you need to comment out some lines which I shown in the video earlier, and then you need to install two packages, that is Optimus Manager Qt, the front end, and Optimus Manager. Then you need to delete some files in the related with the Nvidia configuration in this particular folder, and also make sure if you have done any custom configuration, you need to remove that. So besides that, there is nothing else need to be done. So all you need to do is, once you did that, you can actually open that by Optimus Manager, searching like that. It will open this particular Optimus Manager icon over here. You can right click and you can select between different mode from here. For me, switching to hybrid work fine. In this video, I am not explaining something related to the power consumption and all. I didn't configure the power related settings yet. I will do that in the future, and I will make a video related to that. One thing you can do is you can make this permanent. You don't need to switch every time. You can actually make this permanent by doing some settings. So here you need to read how to do that. Instead, don't go for kernel parameter. That is actually a bit difficult and not that stable. You can actually edit this particular file. So let us take this, and I will show you where to make the necessary changes. So here you can see on the line 29 something called startup mode. I set it to hybrid. You can set the corresponding mode you want. Otherwise, you need to log out and log in every time when you try to switch between the graphics card mode using this particular program. This is actually Optimus Manager Qt. Okay, that's how I resolve the issue. I hope this video will be helpful. Guys, that is for this video. I will show in the next video with a solution for another problem.